CompTIA Cloud Plus, Compliance and Regulatory Concerns. Well, this might not be the sexiest topic in this entire Cloud Plus series, but it's definitely important. It's part of due diligence. It's part of strategy before tactics. And it will be important to CompTIA that you understand the gravitas and the criticality of understanding compliance issues and regulatory issues before you embark on that cloud migration. First off, we have data sovereignty. Data sovereignty refers to the concept that digital data is subject to the laws and governance structures of the country in which it's physically stored. In cloud computing, this becomes complex because data can be stored across multiple geographic locations, often without the customer knowing the exact location. And data sovereignty matters. There's legal risk. Non-compliance can lead to fines, lawsuits, or even the loss of business licenses. Operational risk. Data stored in a foreign jurisdiction may be seized or accessed by foreign governments. Reputational risk. Mishandling sensitive data can damage customer trust. Data stored in a cloud provider's data center is governed by the laws of the country where that data center resides. For example, data stored in Germany must comply with GDPR, while data in the U.S. may be subject to FISA or the Patriot Act. Data locality refers to the physical location of data storage and processing. Cloud Plus stresses that organizations must know where their data resides to ensure compliance with local and international laws. Data locality also affects latency, for example, the consumer or the customer getting that data or streaming that service, performance, and of course, security. Data ownership is defined as the legal rights and responsibilities over data. Even if a cloud provider stores the data, the customer typically retains ownership. Clear ownership is essential for defining access control, security responsibilities, and compliance obligations. Cloud Plus highlights the need for auditing, logging, and data classification to support compliance. Let me repeat that for the exam. Cloud Plus highlights the need for auditing, logging, and data classification. Compliance with industry-specific and regional regulations. HIPAA. This is a U.S. law that protects individuals' medical information by setting national standards for the privacy and security of health data shared by healthcare providers, insurers, and other related entities like labs or research facilities. GDPR. This is an EU law that gives individuals greater control over their personal data and imposes strict rules on how organizations collect, use, and protect that data, regardless of where the organization is based. On the exam, remember that the EU has protectorates, just like the US has Guam, the Marshall Islands, and Puerto Rico. For example, if you're doing business with Iceland, you're still under GDPR. PCI DSS. This is a global set of security requirements designed to ensure that all companies that store, process, or transmit credit card information maintain a secure environment. PCI DSS is actually a voluntary initiative that a company embarks on, but without adhering to it, you're probably not going to get a lot of customers or partners. ISO 27001. This is an internationally recognized standard that outlines the requirements for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and continually improving an information security management system, or ISMS, to protect sensitive data and manage information security risks. Sovereignty laws may dictate how long data must be retained and how it must be deleted or disposed of. Cloud Plus includes litigation hold and contractual retention as key considerations. Litigation hold is also referred to as legal hold, so for example, something that happened to people's cryptocurrency at FTX. Some best practices according to Cloud Plus would be data classification, identifying labeled data as public, internal, confidential, or restricted, or if it's a government, it could be top secret, secret, or confidential, or classified. Geofencing. Use cloud provider tools like 5G gateways and API gateways to restrict data to specific regions. Encryption. Encrypt data at rest and data in transit, ideally with customer-managed keys as part of a key management service. And then Evaluate cloud providers for compliance with local laws and the ability to support sovereignty. You can do that assessment, for example, with the Cloud Security Alliance Cloud Controls Matrix or the CCM Lite for smaller businesses. And then audit trails. Maintain logs to demonstrate compliance and trace data access, knowing all the data flows, both physical and logical. Let's go take a look up at the cloud at some CSP solutions for compliance. It's important to remember for the exam that when it comes to compliance, there's two aspects of this. One, the CSP themselves are compliant to many global initiatives, whether it be AWS, Google, or Azure. We're looking at Google Compliance Center right now. But also, they provide lots of resources to help their customers and their clients and their partners be compliant. That's kind of the twofold aspect of cloud compliance. So you can see that Google, as part of your migration, will help you validate their compliance documentation, certifications, and controls. They also create and share mappings of their industry-leading security, privacy, and compliance controls. They have a white paper called the AI Trust Paper because AI has made this whole thing much more complicated. And you can see that they break up the compliance offering by different regions. And it's not just these four. They have regions all over the world. Or they break them up by industry, financial services, government and public sector, and healthcare and life sciences. And you know what? Azure has the same thing. Azure has their compliance documentation, right? And you can see how they break theirs up into the global ones. I mentioned the CSA, the Cloud Security Alliance. So there's the CSA STAR self-assessment. So that's where the SaaS provider, software as a service, would fill out this questionnaire, answer all these yes/no questions, and put them in the STAR registry. You can see global. There's 27,001 that I mentioned. There's quite a few under the U.S. government, but it's not just the U.S. It's companies all over the world. And all of them are going to have a repository and some type of audit management to automate your auditing. So for example, if we go to AWS, they have Artifact. So Artifact is going to have basically a repository of all the different reports. It's also tools that auditors can use. Artifact will help you understand AWS security and their posture. They'll help you with online agreements, service level agreements, master service agreements, interoperability and connection agreements, and help you assess third-party security and compliance. So AWS Artifact is kind of a one-stop shop for documentation and reporting. And then they have the Audit Manager. All of the cloud providers are going to offer some type of managed service that's part of Platform as a Service to help you continually audit your usage, whether it be the big three or Oracle or IBM or somebody else, to help you simplify, automate, and manage your compliance and compliance assessment. So basically, the Audit Manager continually audits your usage and simplifies the risk and compliance assessment. And it has quite a few benefits, but this isn't just for AWS. All big cloud providers are going to offer these types of automation auditing management services. So keep these things in mind on the exam. This is an important topic, and you should expect several questions on it. I hope this video was informative for you. Thank you for viewing.